Hello, hello everyone. Hello Ash, hello Chris, hello Saint. Welcome. Boop. Anyone else sound fucking up? No, there's no sound fucking up. Come on, you can't do this to me. Saint. Saint. Saint, no, don't do this. I swear to God, if sound's fucked up, I will. Did I just go home? Do I sound weird? You can't tell me I sound weird. Hey Truski, welcome, welcome. Doing sound check. Hey Quantum! It's fine, okay, just you. Of course it's just you, Saint. Quantum, you're here, you get your... Where's your teddy bear? There. Come here, get over here. Good. Saint's going into the cage. Headphones dying. Got new headphones then. So, we've been going over the ACC recently. You know what, you get the cage. And there has been two persons who interested me. One we already talked about. And now, the second one that really interested me. Fuchsiabutter. I learned how to say it finally. And so I took a bit of a look. Thank God Kumo archived some of their videos, and I want to take a general look in at their channel. Because I'm wondering, because their video on Akumu was quite unhinged, so of course I wondered, how the fuck did they get away with that so easily? You know, aside from the fact that people hated Akumu. So, at first, as a little refresher, let's look at the video that Fuchsiabutter did on Akumu. And then we take a closer look at them themselves. Oh god, weep music.
So, when you think of internet garbage, who comes to mind? Presently, Onision is many people's #1 answer.
That just shows you how old the video is. This is from 2020. Onision was still
Alpha Talk, his perverse actions with minors, and his annoying, pathetic writing, along with dozens of other things, are why most would say his name.
I will speed them up a little bit. Let's speed them up. Not the sleep timer. Boop.
But I wanted to talk about someone who's seriously gotten under my skin. I'm throwing my hat in this ring, and
who could it be that got more under your skin than Onision? Tell me.
Talking about someone who is such an indescribable asshole that they've caused me physical discomfort just by things they've said and the fact that they still breathe. So, I will do my best to explain why I despise this low-life cum chalice of a person.
Low-life cum chalice. Again, quite a curious word to use against a 16-year-old Akumu.
Now, how do I describe this utter waste of space? Well, first of all, his name is Akumu, and he's a victim-shaming, white-knighting, paranoid, defensive, contradictory, whiny manlet who perceives himself as smarter than everyone around him.
The whiny manlet
people
teenager.
On Kiwi farms look considerate. That's how much of a shrimp-dicked fuck.
He makes Kiwi farm look considerate, guys. It just tells you. It just tells you everything you need to know.
Nugget he is. Akumu is literally some of the...
Wait, was it another sex joke? For every sex joke, take a shot.
Kiwi farms look considerate. That's how much of a shrimp-dicked fuck nugget he is.
Shrimp-dick fuck nugget. Take a shot.
Akumu is literally some of the lowest scum on the earth. I'm going to start off with something that may not sit well with many of you. I'm going to preface this quickly. Skip ahead to the timestamp that I put on the screen if you don't want to hear anything about the things he said about sexual assault.
No, I want to hear everything. Cum chalice in less than 1 minute, yes. I don't want to die, dude. Well, Chris, now you're here. Don't die on me, I still need you. Hey, Blana! Hello! Welcome! Welcome to pain.
Sexual assault is not a joke, and the things this
hot take.
Disgusting bastard has said to a friend of mine, Slimmers, absolutely disgusts me. He has harassed her, victim-shamed her, and stalked her across social media platforms. Let me just show you and read some of this garbage that this shithead has said. Let's start off with a heavy hitter. Oh shit, sorry dude. Again, she's not a victim. Do not even dare say she made these mistakes because of your sexual assault. Don't. No, not happen.
Say Fuchsiabutter for me a few times. Fuchsiabutter, Fuchsiabutter, Fuchsiabutter. See, I can do it now. You were the first person here. Yes, you were, Chris.
No excuses. Madame made mistakes. She made mistakes. If one deserves harassment.
I can drink. I have work tonight. I need to make money for you. Thank you, Quantum, so much.
So does the other.
I appreciate your efforts. Have a nice day at work.
Uses. I was comparing a situation to how a victim can still be a victim even if they made a mistake. I made mistakes with my abuser, and I still had the ability to take him legally to action. Okay, you also deserve punishment for your mistakes. Madame never abused Slimmers, so you can't pin Slimmers' mistakes on Madame. No excuses, period. Well, Madame did technically kind of steal the art and
did technically kind of steal the art.
Credit Slimmers after that was part of their agreement, and then publicly harassed and abused her verbally in a video. So yeah, she
verbally abused in a video. Yeah, I can. Some people don't see that as legit abuse. What did Slimmers do again? Slimmers was also a minor who did art for Madame. And Madame was, they couldn't pay Slimmers, of course, because it was a minor. But Madame promised to put credit in for her. Them. I don't know what Slimmers' pronouns are. But didn't do that. So a huge fight broke up. Who is the weirdo talking? This is Fuchsiabutter.
Did harass Slimmers. And holy crap, you disgusting piece of shit. Where do I even begin? Like, holy shit, you shot yourself instantly in the foot with both of these replies. You straight up said...
No, because why does the abuse... of course, it's terrible that Slimmers got abused at home. But what does it have to do with this situation?
She's not a victim. In the most homey way possible, choke on my transsexual pink pube tip.
Fuchsiabutter, friend of Dumpsville, right? Yes.
You spineless, honorless shit puppet. But you're not harassing her. In your own words, you're evening the scales. Well, the scales were already even, but the moment you entered them, the scale fell off the fucking table. So consider this me smashing the scale and obliterating you with everything I've got. Because
I just love that they see this as a slam dunk with the monotone voice.
Personally, after all this stuff I've read, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about your joke of a
It's like when Tippy tries to insult someone. You know, it just sounds so soy.
Well, I certainly don't give a fuck about your compensating ego. And just for some more proof,
it just sounds so forced.
You most likely deleted, as I cannot find it. Madlibs said, "Heads up, y'all, the sequel with me reacting to the video has been cancelled due to him being even more of an obsessive headass who has been insulting and harassing Slimmers on multiple social medias. All while constantly bringing up and mocking her assault, saying she was being excused because, quote, Daddy played a little too much, / Daddy tried to have his pathetic fun, claiming to have her case number and lying about her. So, sorry to everybody who wanted a sequel, but I'm honestly done with all of this. It's not funny anymore. It's just gross."
I think because it's so rehearsed, yes. Because, like I said, even doing the insults, it sounds really like just quoting a script. It's just so monotone. Where's the passion?
Video. It ain't worth it. And then Akumus replied, "I never
Fuchsiabutter, I expected more. Where's the passion? Where's the hate?"
I have her case number. You don't deny what you said. In fact, you ignore it. All I really have to say is, how dare you, dude? How dare you have such an enormous, inflated cum-guzzling ego that you straight up, consistently bring up a sexual assault victim's trauma as more evidence for your argument. Not that you even know how evidence works.
Because the sexual trauma had nothing to do with the situation.
A retarded monkey with a broken typewriter has more
I watched this on Akumus' channel first. He archived it in Discord. Crazy.
Literary sense and a better understanding of how evidence works. You probably think
because I didn't hear about Fuchsiabutter, weirdly enough, before Akumus' video.
This in the comments by saying I don't have the screenshot of this exact tweet, right? Well, guess what? I lied, asshole. Imagine being so stupid, such a waste of space that you allow someone to be excused of mistakes based upon age and the fact that Daddy tried to have his pathetic fun. It'll be so funny if you were commenting as the video was playing. Oh, here's another gem. So this guy retweeted what you said, and if anyone has better access to records, I have @Slimmer's file number and the county for such. File number...
Oh, not in Discord. Okay, sorry. Fuchsia mentions Owl a lot. Oh no.
And a county. This sounds like a court issue. If that's the case, I have a hard
All her
time.
passion was in Discord, yes, probably. Yeah, the archive is also on his channel. If you want to see the archive of how much Fuchsia hyped this video up, you should look at it at Akumus video. It was really crazy. She was like, I will have his blood on my hands. I will rip him apart.
I am believing you have a trustworthy source, as the person is a minor, and a minor's court records are generally not available to the public except under extreme circumstances. To which you replied with, which is
still
why
a
my
case file number.
stated the like.
Like, it's a little overboard here, but he wanted to check stuff, so...
Of finding it.
Again, he was 16 years old. He was a minor himself.
Oh, I'm glad you're intelligent. Please, next time, look into it before immediately responding. I'm not 100% sure of the legality of this, but what I do know is that anyone looking at this ought to cringe with disgust if they have any moral bones in their body. What the fuck?
I cringe more about you calling a 16-year-old a cum jealous, if I'm being honest.
Do you need a minor's sexual assault record for? Are you just some sick bastard who gets off to that, or do you want to continue
Why do you think about a 16-year-old getting off to something?
shaming a sexual assault victim with something she's trying to put behind herself? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh god. Imagine doing this transition in a video like this.
Anyways, you like Halloween, right?
Hi, Mercury! Welcome.
Want to see something cool? Does this remind you of Nezzy and Ponder's video? Because I guess Halloween triggers you too. That's when your parents fucked.
Oh. That's when your parents fucked. Oh yeah, that's...
Then the condom broke. Oh,
What
wait.
the fuck is wrong with you?
There was no condom. Your dad just had a shitty pullout game, right? I mean, you admitted that in the comments. You're the literal failure of a condom.
No, I already spoke to my parents. It was on Halloween. They had no condoms. It was all about pullout game. That was too slow. Second, it's your R. Honestly, probably just some shit posting, and even if it's true, kind of funny.
So, and then Akumu replies with, no, I already
What
spoke to
chapa?
my parents. It was on Halloween. They had...
Sounds like Fuchsia thinks about minor cum jealousies. They are soy and sus. Imagine being this soy and sus at once. I know, Benzine. I know.
no condoms. It was all about pullout game. Dad was too slow.
Second, it's you or...
Yep, I was mistaken. Kinda like how you were a mistake. Guess that is
Haha, so funny. We're doing the whisper now.
insult to injury about the Halloween costumes, huh? Especially mine. Was your mom dressed as a witch? That would explain what they made. Speaking of horror shows,
Oh, but insulting the mom now.
you're apparently an artist, but you don't know how to erase the white lines of your stolen stills. Grade A quality, fucktard. Also,
Yeah, now we're bashing the minor artist, you know?
with some of these screenshots, I know you think you're going to get off with your pathetic excuse if it was just trolling. Funny you should mention that, because I have your description
Why is the voice getting louder and quieter?
right here. No, honestly, when I first got into the situation, I was trolling. However, the second I looked at the evidence, I knew what was clear. Both of them have made mistakes. If you are to attack Madame for hers, you should also be attacking
Why
Slithers
did you
for
leave that in?
hers. Your excuse is evidence, isn't it? Well, here it is. Otherwise, leave both of them be. Don't be a hypocrite with double standards. Yeah, Akumu, don't be a hypocrite with double standards. And mysteriously, while I'm writing this script, the Slimmers video was taken down. Unfortunately for
I'm here, Pookie. Thank you, Cloudy. Hello. Welcome to Pain.
you, Nezzy and Ponder's video completely covers all the bullshit you
Oh yeah, the mean girl table.
spoke of within it. We're not as stupid as you. We take records. Now then,
We are not as stupid as you. We take records. Do you think they regret it now?
back to showing how much of a pretentious asshole you are. At Slimmers. Oh boy,
Hi, Liv.
someone's definitely scared of protecting tweets, no are we? No one is afraid of you. We're disgusted by you and your behavior. Especially with how you decided
I'm disgusted by your behavior.
to stab Slimmers with a dagger of emotions and twist the handle, you
Oh,
freak.
a dagger
Slimmers,
of
I'm not here
emotions.
to punish you for having no self-respect. I'm here to punish you for being an absolute dumbass. Reminder of who and what you are. Wow. Good for you, dude. Do you see yourself as some self-imposed punisher?
Cloudy got her iPad to work. She did.
Holy shit.
Also, what are you doing right now? You're the self-imposed punisher. How much did you hype it up in the fucking Discord like a cringe like a cringe queen?
The motherfucker thinks he's Joaquin Phoenix when he's actually Jared Leto having a midlife crisis. This legitimately caused me to cringe. Every word that you type hurts my brain. Not only are you shaming her for something out of her control, you're insulting her, and her intelligence too. All because she wanted her art that she did for Madame for free.
That is... No, that wasn't a Discord notification. No, it wasn't. No, there will never be Discord notifications on my stream. No. I totally did not forget to enable streamer mode. I would never. And now I don't know how to activate it. Just ignore Discord noises, okay? How do I silence it? Boo might work. Cringe, L me. God damn it, where is it? There. Just do not disturb. That's fine. This is fine. Boom.
Credited. Christ, you're pathetic. I would admit, because I am aware of what you can do. You can attempt to have me removed with reports. You'd succeed in removing this account, but you would never succeed in removing me. Don't start a losing battle, it'll only result in punishment.
Yeah, I did. You would never be scuffed, right? Now, the Discord noise was definitely in the video.
Well, you answered my own question, I guess. It looks like you want to cock and ball torture everyone you see,
Why do you talk about cock and ball torture to a teenager? I'm still so amazed that no one questioned, or as far as I know, no one questioned it back then, that all those sexual jokes are in a fucking video about a 16-year-old. Especially in this community.
Froth at the mouth anytime someone has any sort of opinion that differentiates from your own. And then, I've punished many. I go by Akumu.
Okay.
I am not new to Twitter. However, I am known on Discord, Geeking, Kick, Amino, and some other sits that have communities. You keep doing this crap. You've punished many, huh? Want to punish me? Harass me on Twitter, maybe?
Don't say it like that.
Go ahead. I'll reply with has-been gifs, since that seems to be
Of course, she likes has-been.
one of your triggers. For someone who hates SJWs, you have a lot of triggers. Just a quick mention, I like how you listed geeking as if it were some sort of massive accomplishment, when in reality your profile was probably something like Kink Daddy Akumu 69.
Oh, King Daddy Akumu, right. Take another shot, guys.
Profile filled with botched 50 Shades of Grey quotes, mixed with
And another shot.
horribly crafted Death Note images. I implore you to prove me wrong. Regardless of the outcome, I'm keeping comments enabled on this video. Unlike you, I can handle the quote-unquote rush of comments.
Can you? Why is this video deleted by now then? Or privated?
As you call them. That's a creative way of saying valid criticism, dumbass. Not that it matters, since you disabled the comments like a pussy, but I do have evidence of you yourself admitting to deleting comments that don't portray you or your video correctly.
Yes, that don't portray him or his video correctly. So, that's bad misinformation, because, you know, your audiences just went along by harassing a 16-year-old.
AKA, comments you didn't like because they derailed your shaky, pathetic points or they hurt your
She's one step from saying, punish me, daddy, punish me, daddy. Shadow Wondrich, no!
feelings. And when that became all of the comments, it was just easier for you to disable them. Also, you're so much of a pussy that when you posted your video, you wiped out your tweets to try and hide any evidence against you. A heads up, after I publish my video, I'm gonna delete most of my tweets. There won't be a use for them afterwards. And then you tried to backtrack with a pinned tweet saying, oh, I don't delete anything, when the images were cropped not to show the clock or date, and the profile picture was different in the images compared to your current one. There is no way you can possibly be this stupid.
Yeah, you're probably so much better. Racism, homophobia, and transphobia.
Did you guys seriously think I was done? I haven't even talked about the racism.
I wished you were done.
The homophobia, the transphobia. Yeah, this guy's a real deck of cards. And all the cards are jokers, but only Jared Leto, none of the cool ones. Let's start with the racism. Correction. I will ask and have asked why they chose to shit on a character's design. It's simple. Cosplay what you look like and respect the character.
It's simply his opinion. Again, the cringe opinion of a 16-year-old, but it is an opinion.
Design. Otherwise, be a dumbass and be laughed at. Either works. Black card revoked. Don't be pathetic. I say the shit all of the time. Cosplay what you look like. You can cosplay it and be stupid, sure. I simply won't respect the character design. If I see you at a con, I probably would point you out immediately. I've done it before. Yeah. How dare you be a different color? Let's see, back to,
Is that a mix?
Geeky?
Imagine someone this white.
Have you, by chance, ever roleplayed Asian character?
Ah!
Like Yagami?
Why was it in my other ear?
By your logic, that's pretty racist. Also, your stills, By your logic, that's racist, since you've admitted to being mixed. So, let me get this straight. People cannot do a specific action due to the color of their skin. A specific thing that is available for everyone to do. Then again, if you saw some large-breasted Asian girl dressed as Sonya Blade, you probably wouldn't care. Just a hunch that you're a pig too. I'd say...
Oh, you're a pig! You would love a big titty girl, right? Ha 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 ha. Take a shot!
that from all the shit we've covered so far, it's not much of a stretch. Now then, the homophobia. This writer here is a fine example of an issue with the MHA/BNHA community. Headcanon, AU, ship for fun, those are all excuses for you to spread your filthy, annoying, garbage ideals throughout the community. Todeku is not a thing and will never
Someone doesn't like your ships, how dare them?
happen. Bakudeku is not a thing and never will happen. Just about any of your gay ships won't happen and have no evidence. Do something productive. Yeah, do something productive, Akumu. You're sick. I do have a cold.
What are you doing right now? That's not very productive.
Two, it makes people happy. Why is it an issue? It's a cheap and sick way of a form expression. If it makes you happy, you're fucked. I like how you decided to correct someone on their grammar earlier, but you do this.
Pumpkin.
Nice. As you can see, his devotion towards his fiery hatred for homosexuals is quite heavy. The mere thought of Kirishima and Bakugo touching tips sends him into a frenzy.
Why would you talk about two teenage-aged characters touching tips? Fuchsia.
A frenzy of which is filled with poorly sent Instagram comments, whining, and bitching. Oh, and then deleting
Take a shot!
comments. Let's go through a few of those, shall we?
Yeah. Fuck
now then,
you.
he's transphobic as well. If he's made it to this point, I'm surprised he has managed this long. If you haven't figured it out, jackass, I'm a girl, and
Hey, he even managed 5 years longer.
working on it. Anyways, let's look at some. Haha, I'm an epic memer tweets. I purposefully call people their real sex, however I'm not anti-trans. Yes, you are. But also, are you transphobic, my guy? No, I'm not. Why would I be afraid of trans people? Transphobia isn't you being afraid of them, you idiot. I only have a belief issue when it comes to them saying I have to call them
I sped it up already, why is it still so slow?
certain pronouns or telling me just because they identify as female or male. Us heterosexual people can't choose not to date them. So, you are against us. You're denying our wishes
What do you mean? There are just some people who have their own preferences.
and ways of life, but trying
Very
to backtrack
close-minded of you, Fuchsia.
can make it look like you're still the good guy. Guess what, jackass? Not everyone is as fucking blindly stupid as you are.
Yes, you literally got it, Benzine. It's just a 16-year-old being edgy. Why is an adult caring what a teenager thinks? Is she his teacher or parent? No, she isn't. And she went after him forever. It's already sped up, yes!
Are. Anyone with half a brain looking at what you've said will instantly call you out on your shit. You've gotta be an absolute fucking moron if you think that you can just say something extremely negative and back it up with, it was just trolling, bro, or it's just my opinion. Own up to the shit you said, you fucking clown. A quick mini lesson in dysphoria. It is a mental disease, a deformity, something that cannot be cured, something we cannot control. The only way to appease it is to do some of, or all of these. Transition, use different pronouns, change our name, and get surgery.
No, web user, you are very correct. And it's not just this one adult, it was multiple adults dogging up on a teenager.
And to undermine it, to ignore the mental
For parts, some people with over, it went from thousands to 100,000 follower subscriber YouTubers.
health of someone who's trying so hard to be what they want to truly be is a disgusting piece of shit thing to do. You should feel ashamed for being such a failure that you lack even the most basic empathy for one's mental health. Then again, you would know anything about mental health, since you're
Oh, the 16-year-old has no empathy. Crazy concept.
so carefree to mock someone's sexual assault experience, you disgusting bottom-feeding goblin. And not only do you do all these things,
Isn't that a landmine, Fuchsiabutter? Yes.
you put together a document of evidence against someone who was trans, who you were harassing because they were trans, that blocked you multiple times, yet you continued to hammer.
Do you think Fuchsia would get away with the trans defense now again? After the video came out. Hey, K-Hack! Welcome to Pain.
away at them because somehow you have no shame.
God food, what I miss. A lot of more bullshit.
Yet you're also the most paranoid child on the internet. Now that I'm all done, you're gonna
Oh, the most paranoid child on the internet. So Fuchsia doesn't even have the excuse they didn't know. And in the Discord, they also mentioned, we all forget that he's a child. Hi, Tusky. Hi, Gerald. harassment is kind of
Gonna go through my Twitter and try to cancel me? Ooh, I'm so scared. I have such incriminating tweets. Now comes the part where I say blah blah blah, don't go harass this person, blah blah. But that doesn't do anything. You guys know that doesn't do anything.
I'm sure she doesn't say this on other videos.
I wanted to call out this piece of shit. But if you're gonna go do anything, try to think about what you say. It shouldn't be too hard to think with a higher IQ than this guy. Oh, and one last thing.
Well, you didn't manage.
Akumu, pay attention in school.
Pay attention in school. Yes, and in the Discord it got even more classy, if you still remember the FCK video, where even there were mentions of "suck on my transsexual pink pube dick." Very classy comments to make towards a teenager. So, after the FCK server leaks came out, Quantum, thank you. I am a pretty chill person, but future makes me want to say slur, 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 slur. Sending pets to Pumpkin. Pumpkin is on the table right now and gets pets. So, after the FCK leaks came out, of course, Fuchsia was asked some questions and they made a statement. On Twitter, this was February last year. This is a sudden event I wasn't expecting. I was in this server during high school. I was active for a few months after turning 18, freshly 18, on the server before tapering off. I was a dumb teen. I posted not safe for work because it was encouraged and seen as normal within there. Some not safe for work I posted in there was really gross, specifically because I was having conversation in VC with people about gross not safe for work we'd seen. You know, just as one does. Are you being giving Pumpkin pets right now? No, he's literally on the table and won't go away, so I have to give him pets. Or else he will scream. It's embarrassing seeing how immature and unfunny I and others were back then. We all tried way too hard to be edgy, finding the grossest image we could find and making the most offensive jokes we could. I definitely hope that I'm funnier and far more mature now. You know, completely ignoring the problem that there were minors from 12 to 15 and younger there. Update note. Toasty first started interacting with me in late 2019. I just went through my chat logs. When exactly I joined the server, I'm not sure. It could have been around or even just after I turned 18. Literally pulling the freshly 18 defense. I watched the videos made about the FCK someone else here. The situation, it was bad. Especially, I watched Akumus video, which was pretty damning. But I give you benefit of the doubt and hope you understood your mistakes. I just know I still like ya and will continue to follow ya. I hope you're okay. I was roped into the wrong crowd of people at the wrong time in my life. Literally right as I was post a sexual trauma from my teenage years. Oh, we have the second excuse. We have the second excuse. You know, oh, I had sexual trauma from my teenage years. I was freshly 18. You know, I knew I dogged on a 16-year-old, but I was freshly 18. I couldn't know better. I had sexual trauma. I was edgy. I was naive, and I was stupid. I worked every single day to improve myself, be better than I was yesterday. Thank you. I'm blessed to have fans like you. Isn't that wholesome? Isn't that wholesome? So, what can we find today on their Twitter? Boom, April last year. You know, not too long after the leak started happening, I decided to change my mind about the hiatus. But not in the way many of you have been hoping. Unless I change my mind at some point in the future, I'm not coming back. I think this is just the overall move for me, honestly, making the hiatus indefinitely. I've been long since lost my spark for making videos. I'm tired, I'm not in good health, I'm just flat out not doing well. I've got so much I'd rather focus on than a YouTube channel right now. It kinda blows. It's a bittersweet decision I've come to, but I can't do everything, so I have to choose. Sadly, my choice doesn't involve continuing to support this channel, at least right now. I need to worry about myself before I do something to myself that I can't take back. I'm sorry I've let you guys down. I'm sorry you were expecting a grand return and where I'd eventually begin uploading weekly. But I think we all known for a long time now that I would never return to that level of output. I just can't do it anymore. I won't rule out a return, but at that moment, I'm not really even considering it. It's a shame, because I love the channel. I love all my characters, Butters, Lubot, Phoebe, Spooky, Spritzy, and Sydney. They're all near and dear to my heart. I love them, and I love you all, but goodbye for now. Literally running. Literally running. And then, in March last year, we had again a statement. Hey everybody! Today I just really quick want to talk about some things not many people in my audience may be aware of. Mainly, I want this all to be put to rest so that I and friends of mine can get on with our lives. I start with the first thing. My public Discord server has come under scrutiny, specifically due to the fact that moderation was poor and that not safe for work. Jokes, memes, and images were posted in it from time to time. So not just the FCK server where Fuchsia was in, but their own fucking Discord. I realized that while I had gotten better about it in recent years, I treated the server like I treated my content. I make my content for adults, so I treated my server, oh, you make content for adults, but you have no problem bashing on a 16-year-old? That's crazy. I treated my server as though it just contained adults. But that is a naive way of thinking, and I came to realize that recently I had created the server as a minor and posted within it, as I had in many other circles. I was dragged into as a minor. I was none wiser to the fact that I was even doing it. I kept up my adulthood for a time until I realized and stopped. Until recently, I wasn't even aware that my sex jokes were a trauma response. Oh, you ever do sex jokes out of drama? A coping mechanism. Because really, to me, if sex was funny, then what happened to me when I was a minor mustn't have been terrible, right? But now that I've been able to recognize it, I've been correcting it. You all ever heard of this thing called therapy? As a result, my YouTube server has been given increased moderation, a new set of rules. All the chats have been reset, and things have become a lot stricter. The last thing I want is for anyone to feel unsafe in my servers, so I'm doing the best that I can now to make them safe as possible. Secondly, at one point I was in the FCK. For those of you who don't know, the FCK was a server I was dragged into. By Toasty Vanilla. Extremely shortly after I turned 18, Toasty literally waited for Fuchsia to turn 18 to drag and force them into the server. Literally within weeks. I'd completely blocked out most of the experience. Oh, they blocked out the experience. It's a it's a selective amnesia again. Until I was reminded of it recently by the discussion surrounding it. Yeah, and who brought the discussion up? Was it bad, mean, or Akumu? Too long didn't read. The server was a fucking cesspit that Toasty dragged minors and creators into. Ridiculous amounts of not safe for work were posted in it. I had posted some in there, but only because of the constant pressure Toasty exerted. He pushed people into making racial jokes they weren't comfortable with, or I thought Akumu was really, really racist. To find the most disgusting, not safe for work they could. Just a lot of that. At the time, I was far too naive to realize that the server was even bad. I had just turned 18, and Toasty was an expert manipulator. Toasty? You mean the person that jacked off in the VC? And took showers in VC? Expert? They didn't even hide it! He would spam people with porn and desensitize them. Lie about things like ages and his involvement in the situation. Threaten people to keep them quiet. He pulled the wool over my eyes so severely that I didn't even know he abused my good friends Teddy and Miffy in different ways until recently. I was told by Teddy that she never felt like she could tell me because apparently everyone else she told thought she was lying, and that absolutely disgusted me. I was never able to stop to think about what was going on, as Toasty always had everyone's attention and shifted everyone's focus. Toasty just kept us all so distracted. They literally jangled keys in front of my eyes. Whenever you'd asked him a question, he would change the subject or push the conversation to other things. How did Kumu, a 16-year-old, realize how fucked up all this was, and you, as the older person, didn't? He would control the room at all times. The biggest example I can think of is when he manipulated me into making a video on Akumu. Does this sound? Did this video we just saw? Oh, I'm on top chat, yes. Shush. No, I would never just do the top chat. What was I saying? Did this video we now watched look like someone was manipulated into making it? Even though they bragged about making this video? Oh, I'm sure they felt really uncomfortable making this video. That video never should have been made. Toasty fed me so much bullshit, so much misinformation, lies, twisted version of events, and I trusted him because he was supposed to be my friend. My mind at the time was so lost, so scared of losing anyone, that I tried my best to be anyone's and everyone's friend, and not Akumu's friend. I was so naive. I wanted to look for the good in everyone I'd even had brief interaction with. To Akumu specifically, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the video I made. I'm sorry for the comments I made about the sexual insults I made. I was so thoroughly convinced by everyone around me that you were the bad guy that I needed to focus on. Regardless of whether or not we saw eye to eye on things, you didn't deserve any of that misplaced harassment. Funny how the apology comes shortly, but as after it came out that there's now the situation got a little hot for him, you know. Dews always top. You know, Quantum, you're so right, Quantum. SMH Dew, professional streamer. Yes, yes, yes. Relevant to this all is something I never wanted to talk about, mostly because I didn't think it would ever come back up in my psyche. But being reminded of Toasty brought this all back. I was an extremely vulnerable and damaged person when I met Toasty in 2019. At the time, I was in fact a minor, and I'd met him right on the tail end of most of my sexual drama. From 7th grade to my sophomore year in high school, I was the victim of various sexual circles online. When I was 14, I was in the relationship with an 18-year-old. Oh my god, now comes the new excuses. This happened a few more times with various other adults, but the results were almost always similar. I was coerced into sending nudes, pushed into having e-sex, made to do sexual role plays involving myself. All of this occurred while I was on the apps Amino and Kick, where I was surrounded by adults who would bombard me with sexual imagery and roleplay. I wanted to fit in. I went along with all of it, and only recently did I really start to accept that I was a victim. The ultimate victim once again. At some point within all, I can't remember when exactly, I was also sexually assaulted at my first workplace by a co-worker quite a few times. I thought this all because I believed Toasty could tell. Of course, Toasty mind blasted you and saw all of it. He had a knack for finding traumatized individuals after all. He, along with many other people who were in my life, especially when I was a minor, viciously sexualized my trans identity. How do I say this? You sexualize yourself quite a lot, lady. Especially when, after I came out, Toasty would constantly talk about his futa fetish and project it onto me. He pushed to have art of our OCs made, either being shipped together or fucking. Thankfully, the later never happened. At least that I know of. He was a huge influence over everything I did. I basically did everything he told me to do without even realizing it. I will never understand these people. Same. I just love. Hello, Hellfire. Welcome to pain. Does someone grab you? It's again what they always do. They apologize in quotations way too late, and then they tell all about their drama because actually they were the victim. How do they come up with these excuses? Dude, it's just non-stop. Yes, even if it's true, what does it have to do with what you did in this situation? Like, boo-hoo, we all have drama. These people don't need therapy, they need a padded room and a straitjacket. You know what? For some people, maybe, you know, the people back then weren't so wrong. They had fun ideas how to trade this. All I want is for this to be over. I don't ever want to think about Toasty again, but I want the world to be aware of what he was, and I'm glad that's happening. To those who expected me to be perfect, oh my god, I'm not perfect, I'm only human. I'm not, and I'm sorry. I'm an incredible, traumatized individual who appears rather easy to manipulate. I've woken up every day in the last 3 or 4 years trying to make it better than the previous day, to make myself better. It's hard, but I've been trying. I know that I've never do anything to harm anyone I love. Friends, family, fans. I want them all to be safe and happy. Please give Teddy that draws, me Fishy, and the other victims of Toasty your attention. Make sure their voices are heard. Teddy and Miffy are 2 people who are very important to me. They matter to me more than words can convey. Where is, again, you know, if you want to signal boost here, you know, there's a little, and please support Kumu, you know, if you wanna signal boosting here, come on, do it completely. You're not human, you're a freak. Yes. But now, I was quite curious, you know, who is this person? What drove people to their channel? So, let's take a look at a few classics. Welcome to Fuchsiabutter, their channel intro.
Hello folks, I'm Lucy, and this is my channel Fuchsiabutter. Now you're probably wondering why such a sultry voice is coming from such a lovely and gorgeous figure. Well, if you couldn't already tell from the dozens of flags and times I mentioned in video titles, descriptions, and my Twitter, I am a transformer.
What kind of
This is literally the personification of being trans is my whole identity.
transformer?
Probably a Decepticon.
Why?
I make a lot of jokes which Twitter would probably frown upon.
Oh.
Everybody, meet Lubot, one of my 2 roommates who helps me out here on the channel.
Hello, fleshy mammal.
Oh, I do a lot of jokes that Twitter doesn't like. But I will still talk about minors.
On this channel, you'll find quite a variety of content. My old backlog of commentary shitpost videos, my gaming videos, and the newly arriving mainstay of the channel, The Butter Show. The Butter Show is like my old content, but improved in every way, scripted, with skits, and thought-out jokes, as well as subplots.
Well thought of jokes.
Lots featuring guest stars every
No,
now and
Saint, you can't make jokes.
then. The episodes will land
You're cis and straight.
on Sundays at 10 a.m. EST as scheduled premieres. So be there to be the first viewers and interact with the live chat.
Don't forget to tell them about the equine.
Shoot, Lubot, stop calling me that.
Equine.
Please make sure you guys subscribe and hit the
Of course. There's a pony.
bell to know whenever new videos are coming. Although you may not want to subscribe if you hate jokes about the following things. Lubot,
What?
read the list.
Fine. Subscribe unless you dislike humor around the following subjects: Christianity, Islam, Catholic priests.
Oh, we hate religion here.
Be sure to check out my Patreon, Twitter, Twitch, etc. They're all listed below in the description.
Excuse me?
Patrons and channel members get exclusive looks at upcoming content.
Oh god, it's the voices in their head. Manifested, it is!
And cancelled content, as well as getting their names read out during the middle of video ad breaks.
She's still going. How long is that list?
I don't remember, it's full of stuff I'm not supposed to find funny, but do.
Nazis.
I'm so safe edgy. Haha, I make jokes about Nazis, guys. I'm so quirky.
Racial stereotypes. Sexual diseases.
Oh my god.
I make AIDS jokes, guys. Excuse me? My internet has given up. It doesn't want to play anymore. My internet doesn't even want it. The Butters Show, Sundays at 10 a.m. Is this the first thing you want to see in the morning? How long does this go? Great intro. Great intro. So, what else do we have? Character Q&A, The Butters Show, the 20k sub special edition. Let's learn more about their characters. This video contains fun, unbiased humor, and naughty words. Any copyrighted material presented in the following episode is protected under fair use.
Hey guys, so just before this video starts, I just want to talk about a few things real quick. Thank you guys so much for 21,000 subscribers. We hit 20k not that long back, and now we're up to 21k, and soon 22. So 30k is the next big milestone, and we'll be going further and further.
I see what their fans loved. You know
I'm
what?
happy to celebrate the 10th episode of this show, which was the Clutch Powers episode last weekend. So as a little bit of a bonus and as a little special, this isn't an episode, more just like a little TV special, if you would, for Q&A. So I'm going
Yay!
to answer some questions you guys gave me a few weeks ago. And before that, though, I have a bit more interesting bits of information to give you guys to look forward to. So, we're going to be getting a new character on the show. Not going to tell you exactly who she is or what she is, but it is a female, and it is going to be an interesting character that plays into the dynamic.
Oh my god, there will be no character, guys.
With Lubot a lot. Spooky is going to make more of an appearance. We have new backgrounds that you'll be seeing in this video.
Oh, the spooky character will also make an appearance.
And just a whole bunch of other quality of life improvements. As you've noticed in the last episode's credits, I have a team now
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more pain.
that helps me out with editing and writing.
And
So
use the Streamlabs slip to donate for pumpkin treats and my therapist.
things should hopefully be moving a lot smoother, and going into September and especially October,
Why do the tits kept getting bigger? Listen, that's how women work.
there will be a lot of content coming. We're going to be making sure that every Sunday there is at least one episode of the show. So thank you guys, and I hope you enjoy the Q&A.
Of course they have jiggle animation. Oh, weep music.
Guys, get over here. We're doing a Q&A.
Qin. What?
Questions and answers. Do I have to?
Yes. So not only do I have questions for me, but questions for you two as well.
I have questions for myself.
Questions for us?
Yep, here's one for you, Spritzy. What's that cutie mark of yours mean?
It's a bottle of alcohol. I make booze for every pony. What kind of fucking question
They have an alcoholic pony?
is that?
The same
Is
person
that how MILFs are formed? Yes.
question for Lubot.
Fantastic.
Were you created for specific purposes or just for funsies?
Protocol 3, protect the pilot.
That's certainly a good question, but we'll have to revisit that someday. I promise, though, when we do, it'll be important.
Let me see that. It's your turn. Butters, what is your favorite German dish?
Spätzle. Give me that back.
No, not the German dish, not the Spätzle. No Spätzle for you.
Lubot, can you change the frequency of your voice to fit emotions?
My voice is usually more expressive, but the main drivers for my voice have been shut down for months, so until they're brought back online, the backup is sufficing.
TLDR, 15 AI has been down and it's annoying. Spritzy, why did you move in with Lubot and Butters? Spritz. Spritzy.
Oh my god.
Alright, another one for me. Butters, are you aware Lubot may have a crush on Dumbsville? Do you?
Is he made of metal?
No.
Then no, dumbass.
Dear Lubot, what's your favorite saw trap?
The reverse bear trap.
Should I be concerned that you answered that so quickly?
The concern you should have is how much resistance the skull of an equine has versus a 50
We have the aggressive robot character. Classic.
caliber bullet.
Lubot, you pointed that thing at me like 5 times. It's unloaded. I'm literally staring down the barrel.
Lucy won't buy me any bullets.
This is why.
You win this round, horse.
For Lubot, what caused you and Mechagodzilla to break up?
Fuck off.
Okay.
Not Mechagodzilla! Not Mechagodzilla! No! No! Totally scripted transition to the new living room background.
For Spritzy, what was it like being raised in Equestria?
Oh, not too bad, but that television show you guys somehow have about Equestria called My Little Pony or some shit doesn't cover everything.
What do you mean?
Well, you humans call them grimdarks, but some of them, yeah, they happened.
Which ones?
I don't
My Little Pony lore. I can't.
think we're allowed to say.
Butters, read this one away from Lubot. Do you have a contingency plan in case Lubot goes a bit, well, Terminator-y?
Excuse me.
Well, 1, I don't buy her ammunition. 2, I give her chocolate when she gets mad.
I do love
Haha, I give her chocolate when she's mad, so then she's cute again.
chocolate.
Specifically for Lubot. How much tomato sauce do you put on your spaghetti? And do you eat meatballs?
Well, I do enjoy a lot of sauce and meatballs, but only when Lucy makes it.
Oh, you like my cooking?
What do I...
For Spritzy, where is the $50 I
What?
lent you last week? You said you'd pay me back by now.
Hey, don't get fussy with
Wake me up inside. I should have named today's stream the torture stream.
me, Jabba. I had to dump my cargo. An Imperial fleet was in the sector.
What?
But we don't even have a spaceship.
Yeah, we do. We did.
For me, from a person. I saw you with a laser sword, so I have a question. What's your favorite Star Wars movie? Oh, that's easy. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, you also enjoy
I have no idea about Star Wars. Is this cringe?
child murder.
Kinda. Is your toaster plotting against you, or am I the only one with this problem? Huh. Lubot?
We have nothing to worry about. Normal is
Probably white chocolate.
a little bitch.
That's mean.
You know what else is mean. Unplugging
How do you find worse stuff every damn time? I do my best for you guys.
you.
I'm sorry.
That's what I thought. Now make my goddamn toast.
David says, why do you let Spritzy live with you?
We're burning down the American flag.
Because she's my best friend on good days.
What am I on bad days?
An enemy of the state.
Oh, yeah.
Will you commission some R34 for your strike?
I'm going to need another emotional support daddy after this. You get all the emotional support daddies quantum.
Right, and when will we get an Ara? I've considered getting it from really high-profile artists as some form of exposure, but never went through with it. Though I'm not against R34 art of my characters. And
What? Didn't you say you were very uncomfortable about the... I'm not against R44.
for the Ara, if someone sends me $150, I'll do it in the most lewd voice I can possibly muster, but until then...
I think, thank God, that never happened.
Nope. What is your favorite genre of music? I'd have to say symphonic death metal, like Interdimensional Summit. How many
Oh,
countries
I'm so quirky. I love death metal.
is Spritzy wanted in?
More countries than there are countries on the planet.
This is from someone I actually know. One of your goals from your GoFundMe is listed as vocal feminization surgery. Do you plan on doing any vocal training before that? Yes, actually, I'm going to look into it, and if voice training...
I cannot comment on that. Do not comment on that. Do not say anything too mean.
doesn't work, I'll go with the vocal surgery. But I'm definitely getting an Adam's apple reduction and a facial feminization surgery. I think that's enough questions for now. I'd like to thank you guys very, very much for making the Butter Show a relatively great success for my channel, especially at my channel's size. We've been growing
Do
fairly
you
well.
imagine charging 150 for 2 words on the first step? Listen. 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 You know what? You know what?
Well, and with the previous week, celebrated our 10th episode. 10 whole episodes have been released in the 4 months of the show's existence. There will be many, many more episodes to come. I hope we can smash 30,000 subs real soon. I love you guys very much and thank you.
I see why people subscribed. Riveting content. Let's see, what else do we have here? 1 year of stills. Never before seen concept art. Oh, I want to learn more about their character. Let's go.
Well, and you're probably wondering, why am I not doing the Last of Us video at the moment?
Yes, why would we want a Last of Us video when we can make whatever this is? The whole this paragraph. Oh, I need it. I do. Listen, if I get $150 for a thirst trap, goddamn, $150 is $150.
It's because I wanted to get this video out first. Basically, it's been
Fan art feature. Submit your fan art to Twitter at Fuchsiabutter, Reddit at Fuchsiabutter.
exactly a year since I got my first sprite set, so I wanted to go back.
I hate this already. Do note that the flag and bikini are slightly different shades of blue and red. Oh no.
History of the sprite sets that I've
Listen, I read out a whole uwu paragraph, okay?
had over the last year and show you some concept art, including a design that almost became Fuchsia's first design, but we went with a different one. So yeah, we'll start with that. So basically, the person who's drawn a majority of my sprites and a majority of any concept art that I've had for sprites has been my friend Erica. She lives over in the UK.
Don't forget, this is a video they talked about Lolicon into.
She's awesome. I've told you guys to support her in the past. But yeah, so initially I was looking for a design for a mascot for a different channel, and she drew up these two. She drew up a trap and just a regular girl. And at the time, I just kind of went with, okay, let's do the trap. And
yeah, the trap was at first their first avatar.
It ended up becoming the design for Fuchsiabutter. Went through a few stages, and then we initially came out with the finished sprites. I still have a soft spot for the other design, though. And
I can't believe I served my country for Vedos right to do this.
Some way or another, I would like to see it return someday. And now to move on to the spooky one.
All people in my life need to do. I love that you torture people with my uwu voice.
So, first of all, we decided to just iron out a basic thought-up design at first. And we came up with this, but we didn't like the color scheme too much because it was just a bit too orange. So Erica took the initiative and came up with this. And then, I thought I lost this picture, but I actually found it. This is a picture of what the sprites look like before they have any...
the one you harassed Kumu in it. Akumu.
The facial structure details added. So no eyes, no mouth. And like some of the shading there too. It's not really important, it's just cool that I found that. So then we started coming up with poses, and then we came out with the finalized Halloween ones. And these were really fun, even though I only used them in like 2 or 3 commentary videos in...
You only used it in 2 or 3 commentary videos, and one of them was bashing a 16-year-old. Damn.
October, because for some reason last October I was obsessed with making constant Gmod videos.
Bunga bunga changa bunga.
Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't watched that, I have a playlist for all my
Hilarious, even.
Gmod videos. They're fun.
Leave my country and my spooky alone, pink margarine.
You'll notice that they take a lot of inspiration from Greasy. And now, onto the one that you're all familiar with. That isn't this one. The one that I usually use, the 2020 sprite set. So initially, the first idea that we came up with basically was just using longer hair and removing the hat from the original, making it look a bit more elegant, a bit more professional. And
a bit more elegant. Oh, let's see the elegant design.
Pretty nice, very clean, very pretty. And then we doubled down on a basic design. And we tried to figure out what we were going to do. We had multiple color schemes. We chose the one in the middle, the one that you're all familiar with, and then we edited it a bit, removing the suspenders, just changing them into bra straps, and then just slightly altering the colors.
You know, I needed to show some bra straps.
Figuring out how we were going to...
Tusky, thank you. Fun fact, My Little Pony G4 allegedly has canon alcohol. The apple cider is allegedly not the non-alcoholic kind. It is allegedly what us Americans call hard cider. This fact makes a pony sonar cutie mark invalid and even stranger because anyone can make alcohol. Crazy stuff.
We're gonna do the earrings and the clip and the freckles and everything there. We moved forward with that, figuring out the blending for the hair, and then we finished up coming out with the one that you all know of now.
This is elegant? Okay.
This sprite set I love it. I absolutely love this set. It's so good. And I am going to try to make sure that the 2021 set is just as good.
Oh, just as
And now for the
good!
stills done by Nerdy Arty on Instagram. When Erica was having personal issues, I needed to find someone else to do 2 seasonal sprite sets.
How dare the artist have personal issues?
So those 2 were obviously the April Easter ones and the current July 4th ones that I'm just using for the entirety of July. So I found them on Instagram and then I hit them up and we started working on the basic pose and design for Bunny Butters, and this is what we came up with.
Bunny Butters, no!
I kept saying make her thicker, thicker throughout the whole process. And after the sketching was done, we moved on forward and started working on the faces or whatever. The sketch got cleaner and cleaner, and then we got the line art done, and then we came out on...
God, I couldn't really go for some cider right now. Gotta call my buddy David. Send greetings to David. Yes, winner. Very demure, very degen, very mindless.
Top with the finalized color for Bunny Butters. Her skin was actually too white.
It's not too much whiter than the one in your current one. A little bit, but not too much.
And the only other problem I have with these stills is that they weren't sexy enough, I guess.
They weren't sexy enough!
But then the July ones changed that. Similar process as before, but before we started, I established that
Listen, we need more sexy.
Be definitely giving the sprite
Inflate!
a sort of cartoony hourglass sex appeal shape.
Cartoony hourglass sex appeal shape, okay.
And yeah, it seems to be working because you guys are going nuts for it. So yeah, we started with the basic sketch. I told her like the shawl that McCree had.
My internet has given up on me. Even my internet is appalled.
And then we moved on with faces, and then the liner, and then we came out with what you see right now. So yeah, that's basically just the history of all my sprites that I have. No, I wasn't.
I forgot about
forget
me.
to talk about you. As you guys all know, I had a contest between a bunch of different art submissions for the design for
Oh, a contest, an art contest.
sidetrack that I'm going to end up using in my videos, and this is Lubot.
You remembered me. Yay. My rest of my will to live has just left my body. We still have 2 more videos! Woo! Now I wanted to see, is there any other drama that Fuchsia talked about? Sadly, most of the drama videos were for some reason deleted. But I found one. The mysterious Mr. Answer does an oopsie. Fuchsiabutter. Let's see. What has he done? What will she say about it? Right. At Mr. Enter. I love your videos. Wrong chat and channel. Sorry. Don't ping me. Ever. I'm sorry. Based.
Now come here. Why do you disappoint me? Second by second, you waste my time.
Fuchsiabutter. Oh god damn the music again. No, don't kill yourself. I just convinced my hobby to get a passport. Fine. Do I have your permission to die? No, Truski. You will stay here. You Fuchsiabutters, her avatars were too provocative when I saw her channel as a kid. Listen, just because it's got bigger, somehow bigger all the times. And then they were like, yo, I thought only adults, my content was only for adults. Did they never heard a phrase? Never meet your heroes, never meet your heroes. Oh god, why is it so loud? Fuck me. submit your fan art on Twitter or Reddit at Fuchsiabutter. Okay, speeding it up right away. Beep, boop. Thanks for your submission.
Many people dream of having a fan base. That's why so many people upload videos on YouTube trying to make it big. Now, I may not be huge.
If this content was meant for adults, I have a massive schlong between my thighs, and we all know I don't have one. True. Thanks, Ranger. Do please put me in the cage. I yearn to be free from this cage. You know what? From one cage to the another. Bip. There you go. My ears have been very Blackfoot times. You're welcome. And you didn't even have to pay.
Huge, but I'm almost at 8,000 subscribers. And speaking of which,
I only know Butters to Dumpsville because I was into movie show review. Yeah, I saw they had some collabs with Dumpsville.
please subscribe and comment. I read and heart most of the comments, and I'm really hoping I can hit 8,000 subs by the end of the week. And at nearly 8,000 subscribers, I have a particularly active fan base, somewhere around 2,000 to 1,000 views every 2 days, and 20 to 30 new subscribers a day. I get dozens of messages, tweets, and comments a day. However, I always make sure to carry myself the best way possible, so I can keep my fans happy.
Oh, I always carry myself the best way possible. You sure do, honey.
And allow them to have a good experience with me when they interact with me. The mysterious Mr. Enter has recently done something that allows me to talk about what's something aspiring YouTubers need to know. How not to
As
talk
an aspiring YouTuber, please teach me, Fuchsiabutter, teach me.
to your fans. So, what exactly did he do? Well, it's not the most absolutely terrible thing in the world. What he did is something that would turn any viewer off from you, or mar their view of you, making them think you're just a stuck-up asshole. Essentially, a viewer of his content pinged him in his Discord.
Yeah, I know this. But I know from this drama it was really just a nothing burger. But, you know, I want to learn. I need to learn from the expert.
Server stating they loved his videos, and he responded with wrong chat/channel. Not terrible until he decided to go, "Do not ping me, ever."
How dare he?
Well, that isn't necessarily bad, and likely could have just been an impulse reaction. It's not exactly the best way to respond. It makes you seem self-important, or...
Oh no, not the best way to respond. Not be self-important. Okay, gotcha.
like you were super bothered by something so simple as a ping on Discord. So, let's look at this for a moment.
Listen, especially if you're a bigger creator, I can understand, because, you know, it's not just one ping. But when people see, oh, you can just ping them and they will react, then suddenly you get hundreds of pings, and then it's not funny anymore.
Moment. If a ping
I would say, as a little beginner, you know.
really bothers you, that's understandable, but you need to be
The walking optics domination is not giving growth advice. I'm gonna fucking crash out. Welcome back, love.
able to handle keeping your cool with someone who's only done it once. If they're not a repeat offender, there is no need to get huffy with them. Just say, please don't ping me. The way I would have
You sure you could have just been nice?
responded, since pings don't really bother me. In
Oh,
fact, I
pings don't bother me, guys. I can get 1,000 pings a day.
encourage them, is thank you so much, I'm glad you enjoy my content. That's just my usual response. I use it a lot, but I mean those words. Because it truly is a blessing to have someone come to you and be a fan of your work. So, when a fan feels validated, they get something very important out of it. They get a pleasant interaction out of you. Which...
And this raises their parasocially with me, and then they give me more money.
is likely enough to make their whole day. It'd stop here if he didn't continue the situation. What he did at first wasn't awful until he followed it up with this.
Will you read it?
So, there's a few things wrong with this. One, instead of thinking how the way you spoke to them could have made them upset, you directly confront them in the Discord server by pinging them.
Saint, do you want to call in and spurk?
Kind of hypocritical, but okay. Then you bash them. Then you proceed to bash them using phrases like, I'm giving you a chance. Wait. Using phrases like, I'm giving you a chance when confronting someone about something that wasn't bad is not a smart idea. And what was that rule he speaks of? Do not private message me or the scouts without explicit permission. Do not friend request me or the scouts either. The answer is no, and you will be kicked. Pinging me, personally, is also forbidden. Yeah, that's not worded in a conceited, self-important way or anything.
Oh, you weren't nice enough. You weren't nice enough, how dare you?
A rule like that causes people to think that you view yourself as untouchable, that your fans aren't worthy of messaging you, which makes them view you as more of a douche. Small, dickish actions stack up and cause people to grow away from you, and if you're not willing to acknowledge those things, you'll only...
How much do I have to pay you to let Saint on? God damn it. You just want to hear Saint Spurk on stream.
Cause more problems. I had some situations over the last few months where I was called out through...
I had a Fuchsia has really good stills, but gross human. I sometimes find myself shivering in regards of the mommy stills. Fine, you know what? We call an expert. I use the expert joker. Take the call. Hello, we have an expert. The expert may speak.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, I paused the stream. I can't see anything going on. So.
Oh wait, I can share screen. Whoop. There we go. There we go. What is your opinion so far of the expert advice of Fuchsia?
Okay. So for beginner creators, it is super important. Once you get past, I usually say 100, never ever let them ping you. The biggest reason why is, like you said, you get way too many pings, you get way too many people that reach out to you, but also there's an insane amount of people who stalk through small creator stuff and they just send the most heinous things, right?
Yeah.
That's problem number one. Problem number two is when you're in an area specifically around art, you have to be really, really careful about every interaction that you do because it can, as you've seen with Akumus, be used against you later on, right?
Yeah.
So what this person is doing is saying, guys, no, ping me, it's super funny. I love to interact with my creators.
Pinged. What if I want my dear fans? I want to reassure them it's fine. I want to be their best friend. Friends!
And as soon as you build that kind of parasociality, the very first thing that's going to happen is somebody's going to get into your DMs and they're going to trauma dump. And then 5 years later, they're going to be like, yeah, remember when I told you about my blank and you completely wrote me off? So you clearly don't care about these issues. And it becomes a huge spiral from there.
Also,
like,
I have an important question for you from chat. Why are you straight?
Why am I what?
Why are you straight?
It's an unfortunate birth defect.
Oh, I accept you anyways. But yeah, and especially Mr. Ant at this point had over 200,000 subscribers, so you can imagine.
Well, and what was his entire basis is he was known for freaking out about people being mean in cartoons, for them the post 9/11 talk. Like, they literally, the whole thing with Mr. Enter was taking cartoons very seriously and being very what's the right way of phrasing it? Neurodivergent.
So someone who probably can't handle much stress.
Yeah, and then they're like, well, look at how bad he is at socialization. Did you expect the grown SpongeBob channel to be super good at being social cues? No.
Yes.
And then to sit here and make all these things, it's the same thing that you saw with Jar, where he's like, yeah, I want people to draw my character, and I want the Rule 34 and the gender bend and stuff like that. And then he freaked out at, who was it that drew him as a maid?
Ponder?
Was it Ponder? Yeah. And it's like, well, she sexualized me. It's like, well, you literally asked your fans to do that a year ago. Yeah. How can you now try to run that back?
And now imagine you gave that allowance and allow people to ping you. Imagine how much porn you get pinged for.
Yeah. And then they're going to sit there and be like, well, you know, guys, when I was 18, I got dragged into a server where I was subjected to all of the worst art. You told them to do it. You literally asked for it. and now you want to say, well, it was against my will. You don't get both of those.
Yeah.
And to sit there and give creator advice when you're so optically unsound alone, not to mention all of the stuff that comes later. I don't know where in the timeline Akumu is with this, but I'm guessing this is after Akumu, or while they're actively bullying Akumu.
See, this was 4 years ago, September 2020. Yeah, that's around the time it began with Akumu.
Yeah. So to then be like, guys, you don't understand. Like, I'm gonna help you grow when you're actively firebombing your channel is an insane concept.
So I should not take her advice.
No, I beg of you, please do the exact opposite of just about everything that the person says.
Okay, I was
For
taking
any type
notes
of
here. God damn it!
I know. No, you'll have to scrap them, unfortunately. But
Damn it!
yeah, that's my little shit fit. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
well, thank you.
Thank you very much for the expert opinion. Let me. What? How do I leave? There. That's how I leave, and this comes back on. Boom, boom, boom. So you heard the opinion from the straight man. Doop. And stay in my DMs. I will forever stay in your DMs, Quantum. Thank you very much, Saint07, for Saint in the chat, please.
Through Discord, and many people thought I was an asshole. I was confused, so I joined a Discord server full of those people to get a scope of why. After I learned of those things I did wrong, I was a bit stunned because they were all mostly little things, but like I said, little things stack up and ruin your image. So I swallowed my pride and apologized to
Oh, we wouldn't want to ruin our image and have to swallow our pride.
everyone I could that I felt like I'd upset. Because I'm not a mean person. I'm very approachable and I like to interact with fans. So
you have to be approachable, you know, for everyone.
If I do anything that makes a fan upset or uncomfortable, I want to remedy it. Enter...
We wouldn't want to disappoint a single fan.
I'm not here to say that you're a terrible evil person, because you're probably not. You really aren't. But all I'm saying is that you made a few mistakes that stacked together and make people view you as an ass. Just the way that you talk to people sometimes.
Hello, Nintendo Mail. Welcome to more pain.
People view you as a bad person. If I were you, I'd apologize to that user, but I'm not you, so it's all on you to figure out, buddy.
Figure it out, buddy!
Quick little update before I disappear. I have another video planned that's going to come out before the Ultimate Collab, and it's going to be something with another YouTuber known as Corey. He's a friend of mine, and it's going to be an entertaining video. It's going to be very different from other things that I've done. But if you want to view the Ultimate Collab early, I will be posting it about a day or two early on my Patreon when it's completed, and then it will go live on my channel. So if you really want to see it early, go ahead and head over to my Patreon. All you'd have to do is donate $1. More if you feel generous.
Subscribe to Patreon.
But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
My dear parasocial fans, donate. Oh god, not again, not again. I can't. Well, what do we have here? Oh, the other drama. Thankfully archived by Akumu. When they called out Ben, you know, for his lolly shooter art, whatever it was. We will see. Woo! There won't be a fan art feature for this video due to the subject matter. So it's a very serious subject matter, right? Oh god, it will be loud again. Exactly, I would never be parasocial with you. I say as I have one on the left and two in cages.
So,
Listen, for this serious subject matter, we bring out the American bikini.
you already know what's going on with this situation, some of you don't. But I'm going to start this off with a fucking warning because this is bad. If CP triggers you in any way, you may not want to watch this video.
And yes, she had like around 30k.
We will be discussing someone who has made repeated offenses of defending, drawing, and posting CP, alright?
Someone who drew and posted CP.
Let's get into it. We'll start with how I came to know and meet him.
Sometime after joining the Fruitcake Club, I remember someone introducing me to Ben in a VC. I was doing my Peter
Who
Griffin
was it, someone?
voice, a few Haloses here, a few freaking epics there. He was laughing. At the time, I thought he was decent.
You know it's serious when the when America gets involved, yes. When the armored bikini comes out.
But something still felt off, so I kept my interactions with him to a minimum. I discussed MLP with him a few times in DMs, but really kinda left it at that. I admittedly ignored most of his messages and whatnot, and hadn't really heard much of him for a few months. Until the last week.
This Goober has no room to talk about this at all. You know, the what video? Listen, very serious topic matter. You know, when I talk about drawn CP, I bring out my American bikini avatar too.
Week or so, when it was found out that he posted a completed version of a CP sketch which people in the Fruitcake Club told him not to post. Not only that, he initially took it down before. After that, I stood in the background observing as I wasn't really sure what was going on, until Toasty Vanilla and Toby informed me of everything. The fact that
Toasty Vanilla informed you. Oh. Oh, you mean the person in the Fruitcake Club that heavily manipulated you and jerked off in the VC and showered in the VC? Crazy.
that he's had a massive and expansive history of pedophilia.
Yo, I'm horny. Nintendo Mail, no! Resist the goon.
Actions, screenshots of him defending CP, screenshots of him posting drawn CP, etc., etc.
I'm stealing some of Fuchsia's outfit for OC. You will get the American bikini episode, Gray. Will you steal the American bikini of freedom?
It's unacceptable. Normally, I remain neutral in situations like these. I'm the Switzerland of YouTube drama when it's between people I know, but this situation is absolutely where I draw the line. Pedophilia is disgusting, and it makes me want to vomit. This entire situation...
You say, as you called a 16-year-old, cum jealous. Okay.
...has seriously pissed me off, so I'm going to cover this alongside the other YouTubers involved. Ben, you have had way too many goddamn chances. So, as many of you know, if you have a kiwi farms made about you, that isn't exactly good. But as you can imagine, Ben...
No, this is not... The hip is not dislocated. It's an hourglass figure.
...has one, with 121 pages dating back to 2014. Yeah, that kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it? There's...
Yeah, it's so crazy that the person they were trying to expose in this video is a person who initially got attention. After Akumu, after they all dismissed Akumu, they got attention to the FCK club, and then they decided, you know what? Maybe we should delete the channel where the miner posts porn, and we post porn, and everyone posts porn.
Way too much for me to personally cover, and I'd recommend you check out the other video being made on the topic, because I most certainly am not the only one in on this. I'm going to talk about a few things that have disgusted me the most about the situation. There's a situation related to this that really pissed me off, that, at first, I didn't want to talk about, but I have to after thinking about it more. Toby will certainly be discussing it further, and when her video releases, I will paste a link in the comments.
Toby will... Toby will discuss it. Don't worry, Toby's on the case.
Toby is privately a sex worker and has made many efforts to keep it separate from her YouTube channel, which she has every right to do. However, someone we all knew leaked this information publicly while defending Ben and the Looney's actions, and this was absolutely unacceptable. To anyone who would shame Toby for being a sex worker, you're absolutely pathetic subhuman garbage, and I want nothing to do with you.
I don't think people just judge Toby for being a sex worker. I'll be real here.
My subs, if you guys can, I'd like you to go over to her channel and comment some words of support, because she could really use it. Now, back to Ben. This screenshot here is pretty fucking incriminating by itself. People have been calling him out on drawing clearly child characters in sexual situations. This is not taking someone like Momo Yaoyorozu, Azula, or Misty and drawing them with clearly aged up features like this. This is taking the child character and not changing anything.
This wasn't aged up, it was just Sam with big tits.
Anything about them, claiming they're aged up. Case in point of him actually thinking that's how that works, right here. Aged up lollies and shotas aren't a thing. I can't believe I have to explain this, and to perfectly cement this into your head, let me give a clear example of how he's doing.
Man, I really hope the small ACC situation doesn't snowball into something absolutely massive. Would be crazy if it did, right?
Doing this. This is Blossom from Powerpuff Girls. This is a clearly aged up Blossom. Now what Ben is doing is taking someone, for example, like Kana from Dragon Maid, and changing nothing about her features and keeping her size and body type the exact same, then drawing porn of her, but calling her 18. That's disgusting. He also tried deflecting criticism by claiming Kiwi Farms isn't a valid source of information.
Exactly, that Misty that she showed didn't even look aged up, just with big tits.
which isn't far off in some cases, but just saying that instead of addressing the actual points or taking responsibility for things everyone knows you did, while still actively defending your CB.
Or they use the... I would say sad face, but it looks more like a porn face.
Drawings is really suspicious by itself. In my opinion, pretty much everything in this situation that was sus is just blown full circle at this point.
Very sus.
He also tries to back out
I see another thing that's very sus.
Situations he created himself with his own drawings by coming up with excuses. Like, you're the one making her sexualized and not me. Are you fucking retarded, Ben? Seriously? Do you think that saying shit like that makes you suddenly the smartest person in the room? Some people have even told me that he's made excuses not knowing what he was doing, which is bullshit, because he's been doing-
I thought you didn't know what you did. You were freshly 18. They manipulated you. You were sexually assaulted your whole life.
this crap for a long time, and his DeviantArt is filled with plenty-
Again, it's a stupid excuse, but you use the same ones!
Plenty of NSFW content. If you picture cum all over a 12-year-old's face, that's on you. It's whipped cream. While she's sucking on a microphone like it's a dick. How stupid do you think people are? Seriously? People understand when something-
You tell me you never did that?
is alluding to something of a sexual nature, you dumbass. And that replying-
Every face in these clips are pornographic. I say as I paused it the first time.
Content. Yeah. I think Battle Wolf speaks for all of us. Why are you looking at pictures of 12-year-old girls sucking on microphones?
If I ever get a TPS soundboard, you need the Among Us sound. Listen, if I get a soundboard, I would be the most insufferable person.
With whipped cream on their faces. And this one, this is just...
Does her want to be licked? She's offering herself to anybody. Licks her. I love her. Can I lick her anywhere? Yes! Licks her. Bob.
What the hell is this? All of the NSFW artists I follow have more integrity than Ben does, especially with his responses to most comments. If someone criticizes him, he brushes it off or tries to change the subject. But if someone
Just like you learn from the best.
is sucking him off about his art, or being equally creepy, he'll respond in kind. So, now before I get to Ben and his disgusting addiction to drawing nude children, I'm going to talk about what this son of a bitch personally did to piss me off. Which I only found out about recently, and almost blew a gasket when I found out. Ben?
Lay low, you're a sweetheart and I know you have nothing to do with this. I got artist friends backing me up. I'm just gonna keep quiet till the fire dies down. What are you afraid of? Are people coming after you? Yeah, I don't want to be a part of this. As much as it makes me uncomfortable, I don't know what to do. Don't worry, like I said, I told my art for your sake. I don't wanna make you afraid of associating with me. It's hard because Toasty came to me obviously to I wanted to be your friend. I said if he keeps to his word, which I know he will, I stay. If not, then I will go.
You manipulative asshole. You'll tone down your art for Teddy. And you know damn well you won't because you've been doing this for a long fucking time. The way he talked about her, the way he treated the situation is absolutely unnerving and uncomfortable. Teddy has gone through a lot, and when she found out-
Also, ma'am, please change your... You're in a bikini for a serious matter, listen. Especially for the serious matters. The American Freedom Bikini has to come out. Listen, that shows how serious it is.
about this stuff, she was sickened and upset. Because she'd been hurt before by disgusting people like you. The thing about what
like all of you!
You said that's so stupid is you shouldn't be toning down your art for one person, when you have been told numerous times over the last several years to stop drawing sexualized children. You promised to Toasty, Nezzy, and multiple other
To Nezzy too!
people that you would stop after
We
they
love
confronted
Nezzy here.
you. But you didn't listen. So suddenly you're just going to stop because of one person, a person who's had a history of being hurt and manipulated? Eat a dick. Also toning it down? Not anymore, apparently. Now then, for a little comparison just to show you how disgusting your art is. I saw someone retweet one of the thread comments saying that something along the lines of, oh, people just trying to cancel another NSFW artist. Well, let me do a little compare and contrast with some NSFW artists that I follow.
Please don't compare. Please don't compare.
This is Ben's art. This is a comparison of the content, not the quality. This is Aesthetic Memes art. Let's see, what is the difference between these two images? Well, the first image clearly features a character who, based on their bodily features, height, build, and demeanor, is an adult. The second
Why is it an adult? Just because it has big tits?
one is a blushing child staring at his you-know-what. I think I got my point across, but for the fucking hell of it, let's do another one, just to hammer it into your fucking skulls. So let's see here. In this art by C.S. Lucas, same thing. Height, body type, everything signifies an adult character in this image. This image, however, is of two underage characters clearly not aged up, appearing as they do in the show.
Please learn how to
only now they're
censor
sexualized.
better.
The first piece in this last comparison done by Hell on Earth.
This is just... Excuse me, this character is not aged up. This is fucking gender bent and big tits.
Is the same shit. Adult body types, height, etc. And the second image... Do I even need to explain this one? Gathering these images and censoring them was extremely painful and disgusting.
Oh, I'm sure it was very painful for you.
So much so that I wanted to vomit the entire time. And you cannot pull the excuse with this art of being naive, because you've demonstrated you know how to draw adult figures and body types on your DeviantArt. Why these specific characters do you not age up? Also, for everyone who's defending Ben,
She just opened her goon folder, didn't she? Yes.
he's innocent, or not drawing CP, take a look at this DM between him and Toby. After calling him out for not aging up some of his drawings, his witty, amazing response was, "Who cares?" Nice job, dumbass. And not to mention that in this tweet of his, he tries to say we're the ones demeaning actual assault victims by going after him for just drawing things. You are the one demeaning assault.
You all did. To be fair, his argument was stupid, but you all didn't care about real minors in your fucking server.
To children by drawing it for shits and giggles, you jackass. One last thing. Remember when I said the Fruitcake Club talked to him?
Yes, the Freedom Keeney while talking about people drawing sexualized kids and not censoring anything. Patriotism at its finest. And the Mario music in the background, don't forget that.
Or about this. We did. I also have the screenshots to prove it. When they spoke with him, he was on the defensive the entire time, then pulled the good old they're 18+ argument.
You
However,
mean just how you always on the defensive?
they then rebounded saying that it means nothing when said 18+ characters look like fucking children. This was all regarding a recent CP sketch he had posted.
Take me out, please. Just put me down like an old yeller. No, I still need you. I won't miss you, Ranger.
Image which had recently been re-uploaded into a colored form, after saying he'd take it down. And now that we're applying heat on him, it's down again suddenly without a word
we
of
are applying
acknowledgement.
heat.
I wonder why that could be. That's
Funny also how all this happens, you know, after he went like, hey,
all I'm gonna
that's a little weird that they're all postponed in there.
Done. Go watch Toasty and Toby's videos when they release.
Yeah,
You'll look at this a lot
Toasty's video, very important.
better than I will. I just needed to draw attention to this. Toby will be going into greater detail with what happened on the server,
as well as her DMs with Ben and other individuals involved.
Will it be loud again? Very, very serious video, guys. Very serious. Very serious topic. Very serious. So I wondered, you know, what is Fuchsia doing now? So, the last video was what is a what? The Butter Shorts with My Little Pony. Nay 11 March Pony. So the last video was a year ago. You know, around the time when it all came out. No. As you can see, I want to take a little journey from their videos. Down, down, down. No, first she had the Fluttershy. Then came the femboy. Then we changed it to female. Still very okay. Very okay. Very okay. Then the more elegant version. More elegant. Then came the big titty TV version. What do we have here? Bloodborne with a big titty. Doki Doki Little Club. Even more big titty. Look at them bongongas. Look at them. That's almost balls. Now we have the posts. This is just the same they posted on Twitter. Officially going on hiatus. My mental health has deteriorated so much that I may be a threat to myself. I've been repeating my sexual drama in my head over and over again in a loop. And I need to get it taken care of. It's something I pretended to be okay with for too long, something I thought I had under control. I will not wash. I do not know when I'll be back. I love you all. Stay safe, drink plenty of water, and treat each other well. Ah, amazing. Even the little Pokemon sprite has tits. Oh, videos not publicly available anymore. Oh, shame, 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 shame. They really like My Hero Academia. They turned 22 1 year ago. Big titty. Love it, love it. Love everything we see here. Ponies. Hey, Spritzy, what you doing there? Ah, hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, that looks kinda cute, the art style. Ah, we're being quirky. So, and like I said, when they went on hiatus indefinitely, it was 11 months ago. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have a Reddit. Now what do we have here? So, where's the Discord 7 months ago? A Discord just found her channel and wanted to join the server, but it looks like the links are expired. Link. Thanks. Is this still up? I miss this channel. I think the Discord is up. Lucy is more active in the Discord for her book. Has something happened to it? I tried joining, but I don't know. Lucy is still active on the Discord for her book. Okay, then that link must be dead or something. It expired. So no one posted a new link. Curious, curious. I just remembered that Darth Vader was in a German kids show. Don't drag Germany into it. 2 years ago. Hey, you want to know if Lucy had a reference for Aviator or at least a full body picture, partially, of the furry one in the sub-icon? Fan art reasons? No answer. Curious, curious. At least 2 more converts. Oh. 250-something guys go look for some funny shit on YouTube. Me, hey, I found this channel a while back. She does movie reviews and pop culture commentary. You might be turned off at first, but give it a chance. Shows a few of Butters' videos. Much more close-minded, conservative Christian friend. But one of those trans people. And for fuck's sake, there's a pony thing. Me, just watch a couple. You don't like it, then don't watch anymore. They watch a few more. Friend, you're right, this is pretty fun. I just can't tell the wife, or she'll have a person over for an exorcism. Both of us subscribed, and a tiny crack of tolerance opened up in a bigot. Thanks. Listen, Fuchsiabutter gets rid of transphobes. But there seems to be a much... It seems pretty cleaned up. Oh my god, what was that? Lego Jesus, true rival. Lego American Bikini Busters. Haha, funny. Now, what do we have here? Keep everything here relevant. 4 years ago. So, in the midst of the Akumus drama. Please, I don't like having to remove random posts that have nothing to do with the channel. Not very accepting of you after you said we love to entertain our fans. You know, and be very accepting. Literally 1984. Fuck you, we post what we want. We're slowly becoming pyrocynical. No, we're becoming the opposite because of this. Hello, we will protect you from these invaders. Don't worry. There's a Twitch channel. 500 followers. I'm a trans woman with pre-established YouTube audience looking to have fun streaming, interacting with a fine audience on Twitch. Keine Video. No videos. Fuchsiabutter streamed last time 4 years ago. Damn. Nothing? Okay. But do we have Instagram? Was also nothing. We have a Patreon. 28 members and $2.90 a month. Woo! What can we get? What can we get? You can be a supportive fan for $1.50. You get access to the Discord. You can, and the most is the Ultra fan. This tier grants you all previous content from the first tier and just shows how much you want to support me. Literally all tiers have the same thing. Come on, be a bit more creative here. Bad marketing. Bad marketing. Yeah, and at the height they had like 30,000, 32,300 and 144 videos. I'm so sad there's no more of Fuchsiabutter. Why isn't they active? Aren't they active anymore? Come on, we need more. So this was... Oh, yeah. This was it. Oh, no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Wait, I know there was more. Where are the other channels? Oh, they also have a Fuchsiabutter. They made spooky. They talked about xenomorphs. I love xenomorphs. Let's learn about the xenomorphs.
Perfect organism. Its structural perfection is matched only by its hostility.
I don't have $5.
I admire its purity. A survivor will clothe it
Riveting.
like conscience, remorse, or delusions of morality.
Oh look, there's a little SCP. Oh, did you see that? Spoopy.
Greetings. Have you ever experienced the thrill of the hunt? The rush
Why is the voice so different now?
of adrenaline as you watch your prey helplessly before the killing blow. This is a fantasy many have had. But have you ever thought of
I am uncomfortable.
what it would be like to be hunted? To be stalked by the perfect hunter? To be killed for sport? Today, we dive into the beast.
Why does it sound so sexual?
The perfect
I mean, I understand, but...
hunter. The perfect monster. The xenomorph. Brony kids...
Wait, what was this face? She's stealing my thing! She's stealing my thing! That's my thing!
Xenomorph. Brony kids who may have seen an alien as a child, they no doubt had nightmares of being hunted by the alien. Or perhaps a chestburster rupturing from their little torsos. The creature you can't harm with conventional weaponry.
Ah, from the little torsos.
Whenever the flesh is pierced, acidic blood, capable of burning through seemingly any material, bleeds everywhere. The xenomorph seems to be made to appeal to all of our fears. A hunter that can outperform us, physically and mentally. In all the movies, the xenomorph seems to be one...
That's it. I make my own horny horror channel.
ahead of the cast. The only
Just to make it better.
weakness they could find was its fear of flame. And even then, it couldn't be killed by it. The claustrophobic fight scenes are still terrifying to this day.
If you're a monster fucker, do it with some class.
Imagine if you were trapped in such a tight space with nothing but a motion tracker, beeping as a green dot slowly moves towards you. You could speed up, but then it would hear you and move towards you faster. Or you could keep moving quietly, but it would catch up. The xenomorph's life starts as an egg, waiting for some unfortunate soul to stumble upon it. Upon this happening, a facehugger will launch
Why did you show us this picture?
out. It's an arachnid-like creature with a long tail, and upon attaching, it will clasp around the victim's head, wrapping its tail around their neck as it lays eggs for the xenomorph inside their stomach. Not long after, the xenomorph
Why do sounds so turned on by it?
would grown to maturity, causing the victim to start to spasm, before the young creature bursts through their chest, covered in blood, pus, and the host's organs, before running off to hide, as it will soon have grown fully to maturity. This is where the true horror starts, as letting it get away was your biggest mistake. It's now an apex predator, and will hunt down...
What was this face? What was this face? Excuse-moi. Excuse-moi. Turn that back. What is this face?
And will hunt down whatever life form it can find. A xenomorph's whole body is a weapon, from the spinned tail ending in a large spike to its claws, and disturbing strength, being able to crush a man or tear one in half. Although these are intimidating, the most infamous part is its head. A long, smooth shape, with no signs of eyes, with a muscular
Like, take it out to dinner first, for fuck's sake!
mouth filled with metallic teeth, which hide the most inhuman part of it. Hidden behind its clenched teeth is a tongue, ending with a smaller second mouth, which has ended many, the tongue piercing their skull, leaving them limp before crumpling to the ground. The worst
Stop whispering, I hate you! Agreed, Peanut.
part of the xenomorph is how it doesn't hunt for the reason most predators do, as it hunts purely for sport. It is never seen to eat
They don't hunt just for sports, get your lore right!
anything, just killing whatever it sees, simply because it is in the nature of it to do so. The people killed by the alien are the lucky ones, however. Anyone...
I'm not talking about dinner with butters, I'm talking about dinner to xenomorph before you sexualize it like that. Have some class!
The alien takes are in the worst fate. As a prisoner of a xenomorph is taken before a facehugger is attached to them, they are then forced to wait in agony as the chestburster grows, before shooting out of their chest, killing them painfully. The xenomorph is based on a real creature, one from our own planet. The parasitoid wasp is a species of wasp that paralyzes a caterpillar before injecting its eggs into it, which will eventually hatch and eat their way out of the
Yes, this is also Fuchsiabutters. This is a Howard channel.
paralyzed insect. As the Alien series went on, more xenomorph types appeared, as the xenomorph will grow to resemble whatever creature the facehugger is attached to. No animal, no species is safe from the xenomorph. Humans, dogs, cats, and even predators. A single xenomorph warrior, considered one of the weakest xenomorphs,
This is not even a xenomorph warrior.
is a challenge few can handle. But it's when you realize that
Listen,
there are
I will make the same, but better.
more, stronger types. As the species constantly grows and spreads, a parasite that we are glad doesn't exist. Or at least, might not. The stars are massive, and all but completely unexplored. Who knows what's out there? But with that, our time for tonight is done. So long, and sweet dreams.
Thumbnail. Isn't that a great spoopy channel? The Garfield entity, or the Slenderman, or the Lavender Town? Or Slenderman is 6 minutes. We can watch the Slenderman.
We didn't want to go. We didn't want to kill them. But its persistent silence and outstretched arms horrified and comforted us at the same time.
Why is Freddy Fazbear on the shelf? Because this is a horror channel, Ranger.
He chooses you, watches, and then you vanish. A face of nothingness, a stature that of trees, and an insatiable desire to free the young. He's always watching, always waiting. If you've seen him, it's already too late. Who? Why, of course, the Slender Man.
I will show your Xenos after this video, okay, drummer? No, we will not mute the video, we will learn.
During 2014, on May 31st, 3 girls were taking a walk. They were all 12 years old, doing what girls do at that age, playing, chatting, and gossiping. However, one may not consider that 2 of the girls would suddenly single out and jump one.
Wait, is he talking about the Slenderman murder? Bruh! You're talking true crime like this?
The girl was pinned down by those who she presumed to be her friends, and they brutally stabbed her 19 times. The assaulted girl survived, and the assailants were promptly arrested. However, why would 2 young girls commit such a heinous act against their friend? According to them,
Yeah, the Slenderman stabbing or whatever.
the one who convinced them, who spoke to them in their dreams, who stalked them, was the Slender Man. Oh, you haven't heard of him. Allow me to indulge you. The Slender Man is a being standing at varying heights, always abnormal. Skin white, paler than paper, with a featureless face. He wears a sleek matte
Okay, was a Slenderman murder, it was the stabbing. But still! why would you talk about an attempted murder like this?
suit, a white-collared shirt, and a black tie. Due to hardly anyone being able to survive the Slender Man's inescapable grasp, it's incredibly unlikely to find consistent or credible information.
Okay, sorry, I got it wrong. I thought it was a Slenderman murder, but the stabbing still.
On this fascinating beast. But I will do my best to tell you exactly what he is capable of, and whether or not you're safe. Schlenkwald, the Pale One, the White King, Der Schlenkermann. Whatever your region calls him, he is likely the reason your sweet child was snatched in the cold of night. He behaves in a passive-aggressive manner, stalking targets for years, if not decades, before striking. He uses fear to torture his targets mentally.
I don't know if this voice is worse than the perfect hunter, a killing machine. I don't know which one is worse.
Crazy with paranoia until he deems them worthy to take. If you suspect your child is being stalked by the Slender Man, you may as well make peace with losing them, as intervening will only make things worse. And if you're Slender Man's target, pray to the old ones, as your life is no longer
pray to the old ones.
in your control, as if it ever was to begin with. The Slender Man has been known to change his body type or size at will, as well as shape his arms into tentacles, utilizing his body to strike more fear into the hearts of his
For anyone want to know about Slenderman, go watch Marble Hornets. Yeah.
foes. He's selectively invisible to most people or living beings. Cameras can capture him, however, which means if you think you've seen him in the flesh, it's already too late. His slender walking may be one of your worst problems. You can run, and
Thank you. Your ASMR is much better. I will not dub Fuchsiabutters. I do not get paid enough for this shit.
hide, but you won't be safe from him, as he can step through reality and be within arm's reach of you before you even blink. Some people believe he originated in Germanic lands, spotted
Oh,
as
not the Germanic lands.
early as the 1600s, and spotted quite frequently during the World Wars as his natural habitat was disturbed, causing him to grow more violent. Originally, the Slender Man killed his victims by impaling them upon tree branches, presumably for the pleasure of stealing life, or perhaps to feed. However, luckily for you, he seems to have abandoned this practice. Very good for you, because the victims would have every last organ individually removed and placed in a plastic bag before being returned to their original positions in the body. The corpses showed zero sign of struggling. As stated before, he has abandoned this practice.
Not der Großmann. Not der Großmann. Nein. Nein, nein, nein.
Yes, at least we think he has. If covering his tracks are necessary, the Slender Man has shown he is intelligent enough to remove links that tie back to him. However, he can't destroy the internet. Videos have surfaced online of encounters with the Slender Man, and those who have made these videos were never seen from again.
You know, at least she didn't... She was less horny for Slenderman than for the Xenomorph. The Garfield entity. Do you want to watch the Garfield video? Yes.
Tonight we have some startling news, as police were sent to check on a house that a tree had fallen on during last night's storm. What awaited police was a grisly crime scene. Listeners be warned. This
No, little German boy, do not collect the pages.
report is not for the faint of heart. A boy has gone missing after a breaking and entry into his home.
Oh wait, I almost broke my promise to Drummer. Drummer has his own xenomorphies. We have a purple one. We have a blue one. And the yellow one. Oh, those are different. Pop, pop. I like the purple one the most.
with most of the house covered in a sludge that appears to be a mix of bile, blood, and lasagna.
Welcome, lovelies. Welcome to Fuchsiabutter, a show that not only feeds your fears, but feeds...
Oh mein Gott, der schlanke Mann ist near. I love you.
off of them as well, as this one is special to me. A tale from one all but deceased. A tale.
It's a Queen Sire Leonard figures back from 2020. Cool.
From a dead man.
Wait, this was made 3 years ago. 2021.
Today, we're going to go over the story of one unfortunate soul. One soul who must really, really hate Mondays.
Oh!
Everyone is familiar with Garfield to some extent.
Oh my god, not with the Silent Hill music.
Whether it's through jokes on the internet, some of the media, such as
Why do we get the sexy voice out again for Garfield?
Or certain racing games. Anyone can tell you he's as harmless as he is fat, but can anyone truly tell this
Not the Garfield.
to today's victim? Our story starts as many do, alone and in the dark. It was a normal night, a bit stormy out, but I always felt relaxed when it was raining. It was around 12 a.m. at the time, and I had started to wonder if maybe Garfield wasn't the thing for me. Other kids barely knew who he was, besides a fat orange cat. As I sat
Oh, I feel like I've seen the exact same room art somewhere else in the ACC. That would be crazy.
there, the Garfield show came on TV. I looked at it for a second before reaching for the remote, and turned down the TV until I could barely hear the show.
It's because Garfield is worthy of the sexy voice. You know what, Ranger? Fair argument, fair argument.
Before slowly drifting to sleep. I awoke to a dark house, with TV blaring static. My cat woke as I moved to turn off the TV. He jumped off my lap and walked away.
We have Night Mind at home.
Turned off the TV for the first time, realizing the house was in complete darkness. I went to turn on a light, only to find the power was out. Of course, the power was out. What's next? Someone calls me and asks me what my favorite scary movie is?
Scary movie reference.
As I thought this, I felt my way upstairs to grab my flashlight. Finding it, I was relieved to find it still worked. Kind of. The flashlight wasn't great at illuminating the house. As the darkness seemed to eat up the light, the flashlight would often flicker and go out temporarily. To which
Doing the Cinebear stuff, doing the jaw call. I need to check that later.
Would have to shake it or hit it to turn it back on. As I returned downstairs, I heard my cat. Anyone who has had
No, Nightmare Before Christmas is awful there.
a cat is familiar with the sound they make when they see another cat. A sound almost like a car.
Yes, the power was out, but the TV is on. Do not question it.
In no hurry to see what my cat was alerted by, as he was old and likely just saw something inanimate in the dark, confusing it for something. Once I was halfway through the living room, the noise stopped, and I assumed he had realized he was getting mad at nothing. As I sat back down and attempted to sleep, a horrific scent entered my nostrils.
Like, I don't make my horror streams creepy because I just find horror funny. But fuck me.
It was a terrible smell. A mix of old lasagna and rotted meat.
Not the old lasagna.
I immediately gagged and turned to the direction of the smell. The dim light flickered to life, and an illuminated patch of orange fur, with what looked like lasagna and blood. As I raised the light, it revealed a massive creature, appearing in a crudely made costume of Garfield, looking to be made out of a sewn-together skin.
Oop, I didn't know these other bits from Fuchsia existed. That's why I looked into it, because I wanted to see why did people love fur? Why was it never addressed how weird some of her stuff is? I need to understand, I'm learning.
In with patches of putrid fur dotting it. As the light flickered and went out on its face, I quickly shook the light, only to see him lunging at me.
I quickly dove off the chair, watching as his massive form rolled over it like a blubbery mass.
Yes, hellfire. A smelly smell that smells. Smelly.
Making a disgusting sound and leaving a trail of vile chunk-filled liquid behind him. I would have ran for the door, but the mass of the beast blocked my exit. He got up and charged again, deceptively and disturbingly fast for his size.
Oh yeah, Killjoy just sent me something. There was the Jax video. This is the same room. Or maybe it's just the standard room people do when they animate something. Funny coincidence.
I ran up the steps, running to my room and slamming the door. I heard the sound of the mass of flesh hit the door, and it spoke. Whoever locked this door should be dragged out into the street and shot, it said, its voice sounding like it was constantly choking down vomit. A tree had been knocked down by the storm, blocking off my window and the only route of escape. I looked back to my window, a 3-story drop, but my only—
Chris, the Narc room too, they all share a room. Yeah, it really seems like she's trying to skinwalk Night Mite.
chance of escape. As I opened the window and was hanging out, ready to drop, I heard the creature bust down the door. As I let go, his paws, massive in size,
Night Mite's office also looks similar. They're all in the same room.
Paws that were large enough to the point where, surely retracting them would tear his paws apart. Holding me out the window, he looked down.
Why is the avatar blushing? I have questions.
Down at me, grinning and
I
revealing
fear they will never be answered.
a maggot-filled mouth of jagged teeth. He stated, "I hate Mondays," before dropping me from the window into my yard. I snapped back to consciousness, not knowing how long I had been out. I looked down to realize I was tied to a chair that had been destroyed, now held together with what appeared to be a mix of lasagna and—
Yeah, it's a creepypasta.
The creature was standing in front of me, and he looked down, holding
It's not always blushing. See, here it's not blushing.
the tail of my cat, the only part not being used to hold together the armchair. "I'm not known for my compassion," he growled.
You know what? I think I can learn from this. I will now change my Horror Saturdays into the same style.
"When I want in now." As he said this, he pulled out
What
a
do
tray
you
of
think? I
lasagna
think this is a great idea.
and pushed it towards my face, and I instinctively pulled my head away. "Eat your heart out," he snarled, slamming a piece into my mouth, which he held open with his other paw. The lasagna was indescribable, the worst mix of rancid flavors, and things both burnt and raw. I started to cry, but he just kept going, feeding me piece after piece. After he stopped to let me breathe, I immediately vomited. What was in that? What was in that?
No.
I asked, distressed
No!
and fearful.
Fine.
"Trust me, you don't want to know," he replied shyly, dropping the tray. "Feed me," he said as he approached. "I don't understand,"
Will you do a sexy voice too? We will see, we will see.
I answered confused, tears still streaming down my face, and the whole contents of my stomach on the floor. "Feed me," he said louder, approaching and unhinging his jaw like a snake, saliva and black slobber dripping from his mouth. Realizing what he meant, I did all I could and begged him to let me go, looking in—
I just realized your stream background looks similar too. The fuck are you talking about? That looks like nothing like that. There's just a window and it's on the other end. Okay, this looks nothing alike. Now you're just lying, Ranger. This looks nothing like that. This looks nothing like that. Jesus. Every room just looks the same, with a window just looks the same for a Ranger.
Into his eyes, I realized there was no escape. I knew my life was over. Feed me. And this is where our story ends. A boy who truly entered the belly of the beast.
Motherfucker reads creepypasta like it's erotica.
However, this isn't the only report of incidents like this, as many a soul have become another meal for Garfield, and some were even unfortunate enough to survive. The creature referred to as Garfield is known as SCP-3166, a mass of writhing flesh,
held together by a crudely made Garfield suit. He's often known to look different, sometimes being an amorphous blob, sometimes having a body like that of a spider or a scorpion.
I hope you feel sorry, Ranger.
Or sometimes walking on 2 legs. Much like a cat, the creature has claws. Claws that size could cut a man in half. Claws that size that could cut through a door. And an unnumberable amount of teeth. All crawling with maggots, feasting on clumps of food or flesh within the creature's teeth. The creature is a hunter and tracker without comparison.
Oh, a hunter and tracker without comparison.
Being able to track people across continents and hunt down even the most prepared. You can run, but with every day, it's as if a noose is being tied tighter around your neck.
Okay, fuck you. Personally, SCP was good shit before this. They could have chosen any other SCP. There are so many SCP, even if you want to make it funny. There are some funny SCPs.
Whenever you sleep, whenever you stop to breathe, whenever you aren't running, he gets closer. And eventually, you will run no more, or likely, even be alive. Some say he speaks little, some say he speaks as a person.
Why do we get the sexy ASMR back?
But the truth is, he speaks mainly in lines from the comics.
Chat, is it cringe to have a window in your room? Yes.
A terrible comedy, as he torments his victims. He enjoys watching his prey suffer, incapacitating whoever may be the unfortunate soul, and then force feeds them.
Innumerable, not innumerable, not I can't even say the word. I can't throw stones for my glass house.
Lasagna of his own creation. Responding with, "Trust me, you don't want to know," whenever asked what is in it. But that's enough for tonight. Anymore, and who knows? Maybe he will decide you look tasty enough to be his next victim. For all of those who fear being hunted, a predator you can only
Do not tell me this without this voice.
run from, your life being shortened against your will, or maybe the vile taste of lasagna likely being the last thing you'll ever eat. All I have to say is, sweet dreams.
Fun fact, I had to break the news to my ex, who was 20 at the time, that SCPs weren't real. He was really sad when he found out. Why would you tell him that, winner? This is like telling a child the Santa Claus ain't real. So... yeah, and apparently they were only active on this account for 1 year. 4 videos. Do we have posts? No. Only the happy anniversary! No. Oh, there it was. We also have Fuchsiabutter backstage. Butter spice a horse! Wow!
Lois, I got something better. You know how you always wanted a real diamond engagement ring?
Oh my god!
That's right, I bought a horse!
You bought a horse? Why the hell did... I don't even give you that much money!
Amazing! Riveting! Butters house gets egged. 4. The Butters Padoru. Take on Garfield. The Butter Show promo.
Howdy, homos. I'm Spritz. Don't forget to catch
Howdy, homos.
the Butter Show Sundays at 10 a.m. New episodes premiering every week.
Let's go. Every week, you say? I feel like that didn't work quite low. No lives? Okay. What else can we find here? What else? Oh, another Halloween review. Devour. Transformers, the movie. Ninjago. Butters Plays Fear. The best game ever made. Hoodwinked. Come to Fuchsiabutter, the true villain. Jake Paul, the true villain of Godzilla vs. Kong. Shitpost status, the Haunted Happy Meal. New intro for Dew. Howdy, homos! Wait, this is... Wait. Let's
get ready!
Oh god. I want to see... There was this one, I think that there was one with the biggest tits. Yes! Yes, I need to see this one. That's how I greet people from now on. I will just say, howdy, homos. Yes, this is how we greet each other from now on.
Y'all ready for this?
Okay. You see, Fuchsia used light mode. Turning the volume down for you guys. Submit your fan art!
So I thought that, around when I started doing YouTube, around now, I kind of figured that all of the Leafy and Keemstar drama, or anything to do with H3H3, was just in the past, because I remember watching Grade A Under A, and just
We also remember A Under Grey. Okay, don't care about all that, I just want to see what's happening here.
But, this is still kind of funny. I mean, what, Lubat?
You are wearing the wrong costume!
What do you mean I got... Oh, I have last year's costume on. Hang on.
What do you mean, jeez?
Holy bazooka!
This.
You don't even have breasts last Halloween!
Oh, it was a really tight chest binder. Anyway, so yeah, if you guys remember, for the last several years, Leafy has been... But he's back now, and he just completely obliterated Keemstar out of fucking nowhere. Real quick, I'm gonna give you guys a summary on who Ethan, Leafy, and Keemstar are, in case you
Sad retard. Ableism. Ableism detected. Call out.
somehow don't know who they are. And if you don't, I pity you. I really do. Leafy, bad version of Pyrocynical. Ethan, Jew, Keemstar. Keemstar. All the people involved with this have never been the most interesting
Listen, that's very important.
people on the planet. Ethan's just kind of...
Live, don't say, listen.
Ethan. Leafy used to just cause drama for the sake of causing drama, mostly because it was funny. Secondly, Keemstar...
Too, I like this, but my standards aren't Fuchsiabutters. Please answer. No, this is research. This is important.
is just an asshole. So, we already have an all-star...
Why is this Titty Mommy lecturing me invited faithful staying at the word you?
asked for this. So what happened?
I cannot say this.
Apparently, Leafy found out from Keemstar himself that Keemstar apparently had
Dear editor, please put just a big face over
sex with
this.
Gila Klein on multiple occasions, and that H3H3's kid may not be his. That's a mouthful, isn't it? So how the fuck do we know if this is true or not? I've noticed some people talk about it, I've noticed some people just ignore it, but I'm going on the side that this...
Listen, I wonder why Fuchsia did not do the drawn CP video in this. I wonder why. Huh. Could have done it.
might possibly be real, more or less for the reason that the way Keemstar
Oh, they talk about
and
Leafy here.
H3H3 responded.
Listen, I just wanted,
by
I
just
think this is
blocking-
the one with the biggest titties. This is very important. There's a Butters shorts on frozen pizza. Yeah, they were. Oh, Miss Easy is also here. Oh, hello, Miss Easy. Oh, I'm also very interested in you, Miss Easy. Oh, we will look at you next. We will look at you. BRB crying. Same. Oh, Miss Easy. Miss Easy. Oh, this is all just speed dwarfs. One can't all be just readers. Okay, with that, I'm done torturing you today. I don't want to be too terrible. I just wanted, like I said, I was very curious about Fuchsiabutter and wanted to see what was the draw to their channel. And no one paid attention much to it, even though they were really... whatever this was. Like, I wouldn't think that they fit in with most of the ACC, you know, aside from the moral flagging that they did every now and then. But, you know what? The thirst trapping worked. The thirst trapping worked. You immediately gravitated to the B videos. Their closet. You wish to exit you. What closet? I don't even have a closet. Okay, my closet is in the pan. Yeah, but with that, like I said, I'm done. I'm done. I hope you all are done. Have a good night, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.